So before lunch, we get one of our most exciting panels. These people are running the incubators and accelerators and all the programs that are creating the companies that are going to move into the spaces that we've been talking about. So we get to hear from a lot of them. Just in case you don't know, when we did the inventory last year for the symposium, there were 33 incubators and accelerators throughout the greater New York metro area, and I think there's even more now. We're going to announce a big new one this afternoon. So there's quite a few engines of growth, and each one of these organizations are going to tell you a little bit about their programs and the companies that are graduating from them. So Mary?
Great. Wonderful to see you, Nancy.
Good to see you.
It's wonderful to be here and to see the program evolve. Thank you for the opportunity to talk. My name's Mary Howard. I'm from Design Technologies, and we are very fortunate to work with most of the people who are up here on this panel, and I think that's one of the things that's really extraordinary about the metro area. Mm-hmm. The collaboration and the coordination is really, it's very supportive, and you have to be. What we focus on is founder-focused education and also networking. So that's been a much bigger lift historically because people hadn't come together. There's many more places for people to come together. And as the ventures are getting further along, they need much more specific people. So knowing people who are on this panel, there's so many people who are needed in order to find these needles in a haystack to help them all move forward. So we started running the eLab program in New York City. So there are 155 alum ventures of that. They've raised $800 million. They've hired a couple hundred people. We were then very fortunate to work with Eva Kramer to create a program, a one-on-one program of mentorship for the ventures who came through there, who are clients of the SUNY Downstate Incubator. And then we were able to run a program in Connecticut, which has been really interesting to see a lot of the Yale ventures start moving ahead and raising money and hiring people. So that's been an extraordinary change over the last 2 years, where now there are 46 alums, 100 million raised, and 200 jobs created. So you're starting to see some impact there. And then in Westchester, where we have the chance to work with Westchester County, Deborah Novick, who you heard from up front, and there'll be an announcement of one of the first big deals that will come out of that one, therapeutic venture. So that's been running 3 years, so people are out 2 years, and fantastic opportunity now for all the entrepreneurs to get to know each other and help and collaborate and help build. So
it's amazing you've been seeding the entire New York metro area single-handedly.
No. Many hundreds of people. I think there's so many people who want to see New York, metro to New York become vibrant and rich and opportunities. And I think that collaboration just permeates the whole environment.
Great. Eva?
Okay, I have a slide. I don't know if we can.
I can.
Yeah, that's it. No, back. Okay, so I'd like to tell you about biotech growing in Brooklyn, and we're part of NYSTAR, and every year we have to ask our companies to fill out a form of all their accomplishments. And Mary, as our entrepreneur in residence, has been very helpful, and this is just the results of 36 companies from the end of March to the beginning of April of 2022. And you can see that at the Downstate Incubator, Tech at 710, and Biobat, we have 36 companies. They've created over 496 jobs. They have increased their revenue by over $49 million. And from federal and non-federal funds, they have gotten over $242 million and have either received or filed for 45 patents. Just recently, last week, IEC, the Interstate Environmental Commission, outgrew Tech at 710 and moved into Biobat, and we had a ribbon cutting last week. And 4 new little companies, and they're coming from everywhere, from Tennessee, from Berkeley, are moving into Tech at 710 and the incubator. So everything is really moving along. Everything is going very well. And we certainly thank Mary for her support of our wonderful companies.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Terrific. Glennis.
Hi, I believe I have a slide as well.
Yes. Oh, and congratulations
Oh, thank you.
on your big award. Are you going to tell us about that?
Yes, so I'm Glennis Mera. I'm from Biolabs at NYU Langone, and our platform is actually owned by NYU and operated by Biolabs, which actually partners with many institutions throughout the country and now internationally in managing incubators. And our site is no exception. So last week, we actually won the Prix Gallienne for innovation, incubator space, and accelerators. So I think that's a credit to the many teams and all of our hundreds of startups who have gone into the world and made an impact, a significant positive impact in terms of healthcare and life science. So just briefly, quickly going through our platform. So we are, as mentioned, located in New York in the Hudson Square Soho neighborhood, up the street from the Genome Center, and currently we have about 37 companies. What's interesting about our space is that with 37 companies, we're 70% full. We're one of the largest of its kind in Manhattan, and so we're 50,000 square feet of both office and lab space. And we are a platform that's designed primarily to help companies execute. As most of you know, most of our early stage companies, they've received their first seed capital. They're trying to execute before their Series A, Series B. And so execution and efficiency of capital becomes vital for their survival. And so we provide the resources, the network, and also some of the technical support to help them execute very efficiently in the most capital, well, I would say in the most capital-friendly environment. So they don't have to buy equipment. They don't have to hire specifically lab managers, operational managers, purchase individuals. We take care of all of these burdens. So our platform is actually very operational heavy, but at the same time, what we try to do is make sure that these companies are getting to their milestones quickly, receiving additional funding, increasing their valuation, and what we've seen is that this model has borne itself out very well. So Imuni, one of our great success stories, started with 2 founders, a relatively small valuation of single digits, and left as a unicorn. C16, Helena, and Black Diamond are other success stories. Again, increasing valuation and their team sizes tenfold over, or in some cases 100 or 1,000x. And so what we try to do is curate companies that are coming in. So the 37 that are there are actually curated by the EDC, NYU, and also BMS. And the BMS part is crucial because, as most of you know, companies, at least therapeutic companies, in the valley of death actually need these relationships with major pharma to succeed. And so part of our platform is not just the efficiency of operations and execution, but also the efficiency of the network. So complement of these large corporate sponsors, we have golden tickets, we have office hours with BMS, Lilly, BI, for example, and more to come. And so the goal is to give these companies the networks, the collaboration and opportunities, exit opportunities as well, so that as they scale, they get to IND, they get to the clinical, they have opportunities to increase the valuation and also provide an exit ramp for their investors.
Terrific. Thank you.
Wow, that is a hard act to follow. I'm Dan Polner. I'm the executive director at Broad Hollow Bioscience Park. I think I may be the only Long Island regional representative for the life science community at this event.
We have Feinstein Institute.
Oh, that's right,
this
Feinstein
afternoon.
Institute.
Yeah.
I apologize. My facility is a not-for-profit 50-50 joint venture between New York State and Cold Spring Harbor Laboratories. I view our facilities as more of a mezzanine space, although I have tenants who are started virtual and run all the way to Estee Lauder company. We have a little over 100,000 square feet of total space on 40 acres of land that has been donated through Farmingdale State College. We're right on the Route 110 corridor, literally halfway between Montauk and New York City, 45 minutes. One of our greatest success story, I guess, would be OSI Pharmaceutical, which was acquired by Astellas, a pharmaceutical. This is going back 2010. Right now, one of our major tenants is a company called Codagenics. They are producing manufactured virus vaccines, currently in a phase 3 clinical trial with the World Health Organization, 20,000 patient trial, global trial, primarily Africa, Asia, and South America, looking for patients who have not been inoculated yet. It's also novel in the fact that it's a nasal vaccine as opposed to a shot. They just completed, I believe, a Series B round, or looking at a Series C round. We also happen to have a vivarium space, which is a joint venture. We're partnered with Mispro, which is one of the largest North American vivarium management companies. So it's really a mixed bag. I have about 18 acres of greenfield space, literally just grass. We are looking, hopefully, to begin the process of considering a third facility, which would be anywhere from 50 to 75,000 square feet. My goal would be to bring in the earlier stage companies who are looking for shared lab or smaller footprint spaces under 500 square feet to ultimately feed into one of my other 2 facilities. Long Island recently announced the Long Island Investment Fund. The governor made a fairly big deal. I know the Feinstein Institutes was a recipient of the first allocation of $350 million specifically for the life sciences space. So we're looking to collaborate. We would like to build another facility and augment what we have regionally. And I'm very fortunate to be on this panel, and having met these individuals, I'm hoping for future regional collaboration that actually includes Long Island.
And you've got a major transportation hub going in over there that's going to shorten the distance, right?
Well, you're talking about the Ronkonkoma hub, and I know that Northwell, made an announcement about possibly being an anchor tenant there as well. We're actually a shorter commute than Ronkonkoma. If you're going to do the reverse from, say, Brooklyn or Queens, just saying. And we are currently full, so that's an issue. I would like to have available space to onboard newer companies, and right now I can't do that. So I'm hoping that something happens near term where at least there's an opportunity in the future to be able to provide what I deem a true life science hub within the Long Island region, located at Farmingdale State College.
Not very many people realize that Cold Spring Harbor is on Long Island, Northwell, the Feinstein Institutes of Research. Stony Brook is there, 2 federal laboratories. It's really a scientific powerhouse there, but it's a quietly kept secret. So I'm glad you're here. We're going to
try and make some noise about that.
Connie.
Hi, everyone. I'm Connie Williams. I'm the director of Cure Innovation Labs, which was launched by Advancium Health Network, which is a not-for-profit company, and Silicon Valley Bank in February of this year. We're a 27,000 square foot New York City incubator dedicated to advancing innovative post-seed and pre-Series A early stage life science focused companies. We would provide access to critical resources, including lab space and business services. As well, Advancium Health Network and Silicon Valley Bank have committed $13 million during the next 5 years to reduce resident company costs. And we plan to raise additional funding for the operations of the incubator, including purchase of highly specialized laboratory equipment. And we're grateful to say that we also just got a huge grant from the Frankel Foundation that's going to help with the build out of the space and purchase of equipment. So we're headquartered at the Cure, which is located at 345 Park Avenue South, which is in Manhattan's Flatiron District. It's a 12-story innovation hub, which was redeveloped by the New York City Economic Development Corporation and Deerfield Management in 2019, and was made possible by the city's Life Science NYC initiative. Cure Innovation residents will have access to the Cure building resources, and the incubator will include wet and dry lab space, office and retail space, business support, access to experts from Deerfield Management and other resident healthcare companies who can share their insights on how best to build a successful company. So to summarize who we are, we're a highly specialized nonprofit life science incubator which enables early stage life science companies to explore innovative, novel ideas that require specialized equipment and developmental expertise. We aim to advance regulatory and commercialization milestones for startups with therapies for unmet medical needs and to be a catalyst for early stage companies by providing programs to assist with the growth of these companies. And our mission is to collaborate with our fellow incubator colleagues to establish New York as a global life sciences and innovation leader. So our strengths is that we have proven expertise and deep knowledge spanning the entire life science ecosystem within the building, exclusive access to cutting edge equipment and resources, and we'll have expertise in all stages of drug discovery campaigns, from idea through development, regulatory approval, and also have a dynamic collaboration within the Cure Innovation Hub. We also have a partnership with Deerfield Management Company, which is one of the most successful investors in healthcare. And our goals are to, again, establish New York as a leading innovative life science ecosystem, foster an ecosystem of therapeutic discovery that will truly have a meaningful impact on all communities, and be a trusted partner for innovators with novel solutions who need support to advance their healthcare. We're not open yet. We're opening in 2023, Q3 of 2023, but we're ready to engage with prospective companies, and please visit our booth to learn more, and our building.
Great. Yes, I should mention that everyone has an exhibit booth downstairs, so feel free to visit them. Harlem Biospace.
Hi, I'm Krisha, and I'm the site director over at Harlem Biospace, and we are an incubator for early stage startup companies, primarily in life sciences, located up in West Harlem. We provide desk and bench space to these companies and shared lab equipment and whatever other resources that our companies may need. The space was actually founded in 2013 by Sam Sia, who is our founder, and he was looking for lab space here in New York City, but he couldn't find it, and so he decided to make his own. So 10 years later, here we are, and we're actually proud to say that we will be opening a second location, which will be more of a graduation space. So we will be providing, on top of shared lab space, we'll also be providing a private lab space and private office space more for mid-stage companies, whereas our current location is more for very early stage companies. And we plan to be opening that in 2023 as well.
And you're in the Manhattanville Factory District.
Yes.
And how many companies have you graduated?
I do not have that number.
Okay. Quite a few, though.
Yes,
I mean,
quite a few,
Epibone and a number have come through Harlem Biospace.
Epibone came to,
Yeah.
is that downstate?
To Biobat, right?
No, it's at downstate, at the
it's
incubator.
at Downstate now. Great.
They're doing terrific.
And Dr. Amir.
Thank you. It's hard to say anything else after this wonderful panel. What can I add? I'm Solomon Amar, Senior Vice President of the New York Medical College and Touro. We have an incubator that falls under my jurisdiction, I should say, 16,000 square feet, with the mode of operation based literally on bench to bedside approach. And we take the companies at different stages, from early stage, helping them into proof of concept, getting their grant, being able to move. We have a vivarium facility where the test of animal concept can take place. And most importantly, this concept goes on, and the capability of I sit in the FDA panel, so I can provide also attention for the IND and other regulatory aspect. We have a clinical trial unit that is available, and the incubator is located in Westchester, next to Westchester Medical Center, where outpatient and inpatient clinical trial for proof of concept. And we've done that. We have a couple of companies that are now graduating because they've outgrown the space. Basically, they would have stayed, but they've outgrown. Sapiens is one of the best examples that we have in cancer. Other companies are. We're renovating additional space, but we'd like to remain into a boutique type of attention where every single client is taken on his own or for the purpose of making sure that their success remains our success. We've been designated since inception 2014, 2015 as a Westchester hotspot as well as business incubator. We intend to continue along those lines. There is some of the funding is available to the companies, but most importantly, we have developed an interaction and being within an academic center that offers this symbiosis between industry, or I call it the hybrid partnership between the companies, the for-profit companies, and investigators that are at the medical center that are looking for new ideas to jump on and do those SBIR, STIR grants that are available from the government, and are setting springboard for future development that is non-negligible. So we're open to collaborations, I would say, and I thank Mary and Nancy for being for us here. And as I said, we'd be more than happy to entertain any interesting proposition. We're not here just for the rent, but we're here also to make sure that people are successful and they will continue to exit and make few good things. Thank you.
Yeah, and the Toro just celebrated their 50th anniversary with a scientific symposium, which I was really happy to attend. Great job. So are there any questions for our incubators? You can always ask downstairs, too. I know we're standing between you and lunch right now. Okay, great. Well, thank you very much.